Okay? So, sige, no? So, first, before we proceed with the discussion, let me know if you can see the screen. Okay? Just let me know na. Again, if you have question, just talk. Then after you talk, off the microphone so we can avoid background noises. Okay? So first, let me know if you can see the screen. Yan. Nakikita na po ba? Can you see it, class?
Opo. Opo.
Okay.
Yes po.
Okay. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes po.
Okay. Okay. So, by the way, we're live on FB also, no? So, those who are watching in our FB live, you can participate also. Ask your question or answer the review questions later after the discussion. Anyway, so welcome to our third day of 4 days free live webinar series. Another topic for discussion in basic accounting, all about accounting cycle. Step 7, prepare financial statements. Game?
Game po.
Okay, sige. Game. Okay. We're done with statement of profit or loss, or what we commonly known as income statement, right? Done also with statement of changes in owner's equity. And now, we will discuss what we call statement of financial position or balance sheet. Okay? Basahin lang natin. It shows the financial standing of an entity as to its assets, liabilities, and equity. Okay? Dito kasi sa statement of financial position, what you can see is the financial status or condition of the business. Kumbaga, ano-ano na ba ang mga assets ng business at magkano na ang balance amount nito as of the moment, okay? Or as of the reporting period, okay? Ano-ano na ba ang mga liabilities ng business, magkano na ang balance amount nito as of the moment, okay? At ganun din sa equity. Magkano na ba yung equity ng business as of the moment or as of the reporting date, okay? Now, ano daw ulit yung mga elements na involve sa statement of financial position? Ano ulit yon? Ano-ano ulit yon?
Assets, liabilities, and equity.
That's correct. We have asset, liability, and equity. Okay? These are permanent accounts. Okay? Or simply balance sheet accounts that are not subject for closing. Okay? Meaning, hindi natin nire-reset yung amount niyan every accounting period. Bagkus, nag-accumulate lang. Okay? So, pwedeng madagdagan, pwedeng mabawasan, pero as of date, yung balance na pine-present natin sa report na to. Okay? From the start up to now, magkano na yung mga balance sheet accounts. Okay? So, asset, liabilities, and equity. Ito yon. So, asset, of course, these are resources controlled by the business. Ito yung ari-arian ng business. Okay? We will not elaborate this class, no, kasi we have done discussing this on my previous tutorial videos in YouTube. So hindi ko na masyadong i-elaborate yan. We defined it already, no? Then we have liabilities. So ito yung utang ng business sa mga creditors nito. Okay? So okay tayo dyan. Then we have equity. Ito naman yung utang ng business sa owner nito, but not literally utang since it is a sort of investment, di ba? As we discussed it previously with our topic, statement of changes in owner's equity, no? Equity din, tinatawag din niya na net worth. Okay? Net worth of the business o yung halaga ng isang business. Minimum price nito kung sakaling ipagbebenta is the equity. o yung tinatawag nga rin nating net assets. Okay? It is simply explained by asset minus liabilities. That is your equity or net assets. So equity is the residual interest in the assets of the business after deducting liability. Okay na tayo dyan. Okay? Huwag na natin masyadong elaborate. Okay? Now, gusto ko yung punto, no? Balik lang tayo dito. Statement of financial position is also called as balance sheet. Tama ba? It is also called as balance sheet. Okay? Bakit po? Ba't siya tinatawag na balance sheet?
Kailangan balance po sila.
That's correct. Kasi we consider here the accounting equation, if you can remember that. Diba? We consider here the accounting equation. Accounting equation, by the way, class, is also called as the balance sheet equation. Sinasabi natin na yung total assets presented in this report should be or must be equal to total liabilities and equity. Tama? Tama po? Now, kaya tinawag tong report,
Opo.
okay. Now, kaya tinawag tong report na to as balance sheet kasi nga, dapat yung asset balance sa total liabilities at equity ng business. Dapat equal yan. Okay? So, yun lang yung tatandaan natin. Basically, pagdating sa pag-prepare ng balance sheet. Okay? Okay. Now, next na tatandaan mo is ano-ano yung mga example ng assets, liabilities. In equity, hindi na kailangan yan elaborate kasi we're done with that. And basically, what is presented in the equity is the ending balance only of the capital account. Okay? Na kinuha natin from the information provided in the statement of changes in owner's equity. Okay? So, ang bibigyan lang natin ng diin dito is yung mga example ng assets and liabilities. Okay? Okay po ba yun? Okay. Now, sa assets, when we present it in the statement of financial position, we have two subsections. Okay? When presenting assets in the statement of financial position, we have two subsections. Namely, first is current asset. Tama? Then the other one is
Opo. Non-current.
Fix. Ay,
the first one is current assets. And then the other one is
non-current.
Non-current
non-current
assets.
assets. Very good. Tama? How did you know that? Tama? Yung isa current, then the other one is non-current
Non-current.
Non-current.
assets. So, ganun lang siya kasimple. Okay? Ganun lang siya gustong i-present ng standards natin. So, current assets. So, i-define na natin. So, assets that are expected to be realized or consumed within 12 months. Okay? That's current assets. Now, please off the mic. Medyo nag-feedback lang. Okay? Now, the second classification is the non-current asset. It is defined as assets that are not classified as current assets. Tama? Residual definition, kumbaga. Kung hindi siya current asset, malamang non-current assets. Tama? Now, we have examples of current assets. Can you give me one?
Cash.
Cash. Siyempre, hindi mawawala yan. Short-term investment. Okay? So, ito yung mga yon. Sabihin na natin. Cash. Okay? Accounts receivable. Short-term investment. Muna pala. Then, accounts receivable. Notes receivable. Okay? Then, we have accrued income. Ito yung mga income already earned but not yet collected. Okay? So, yan, basahin nyo na lang kung ano yung mga example niyan. We have inventories. Applicable to sa merchandising and manufacturing type of business. Then we have prepaid expenses. These are expenses already paid but not yet consume. Tama? So, asset ang ano natin dyan, classification. Okay? So, sa cash, okay? Let me give you idea. Of course, this cash are money. Okay? In coins or in notes. Pwedeng sa barya, pwedeng papel. Okay? Or this can be negotiable instrument such as checks. Diba? Pwede natin pambayad yan. Yung cheque. Considered cash din yan. Cash includes cash on hand, okay? Cash in bank, and petty cash. Cash on hand class, ito yung pera na nakatago o nasa business premise mismo. Diba? Maaaring nakatago sa vault, okay? Or kaya sa isang room, okay? Depende kung paano yung tinatago or sinasafety keeping ng business. Okay? Cash on hand na accessible anytime for business use. Pwedeng pambayad ng utang, pambili ng furnitures or other assets, for example, di ba? Or any important disbursement that needs urgency to process. Okay? So, kailangan na mabilis ang pera, dapat meron tayong cash on hand. Okay? So, meron din tayong tinatawag na pera na nasa premise din ng office. Pero, tinatawag to as, eto muna, petty cash. Okay? Petty cash. Petty cash. Para saan to?
For emergency.
For emergency purposes, pwede rin. Pero anong pinagkaiba niya dun sa cash on hand?
Nakalaan po siya talaga para pang emergency.
Oh, that's correct. That's the similarity between the two. But what is the main difference between the petty cash and the cash on hand? Petty cash, from the word itself, petty. Diba? This cash,
Maliit lang.
that's correct. This cash are intended to pay for small expenses of the business. Pambili ng mga maliliit na gastusin ng business. Pambili ng bond paper, di ba? Ball pen, di ba? Any other supplies that involves small amount. Okay? Notarial expenses, no? Para sa mga documents ng company na kailangan inotaryo. Then, courier expenses, di ba? Pag may papadala ka. Transportation expenses, gas and oil, anything that involves small amount only. And of course, impractical to pay by check, di ba? Pag mga maliliit na gastusin, kunyari, mga 50 pesos lang, kailangan mo pa bang issuehan ng cheque? Di ba? Hindi na, di ba? That's the use of the petty cash. Okay, for small expenses. Okay? Ang cash on hand for urgency yan. Urgency purposes. For emergency purposes yan. Pero, much higher yung amount na involved. Okay? Now, sa cash in bank naman, ano yan?
Meron sa bank po.
Yung mga pera po na malaki na kailangan pong ilagay sa bangko.
Okay. These are cash. That includes all cash placed by the business to its banks. Okay? Nakadeposit sa mga bangko ng business that are not restricted for use. Okay? Yun kasi ang main quality ng cash. It should be unrestricted. Ibig sabihin, accessible siya anytime for use. Hindi siya dapat nakalaan specifically sa ibang bagay. So, dapat immediate mo siyang magagamit. Pwede mo siyang magamit sa anumang paraan na gusto ng business. Okay? So, cash in bank, again, these are cash placed by the business to its banks or deposited to its banks. Okay? So, okay tayo dyan. Okay tayo sa cash. Okay? Question? Do you have question?
Wala po.
Wala pa po. Okay. Next, we have short-term investments or also called as trading securities. Okay? Bibigyan lang natin ng onting idea, no? This can be either debt securities, debt as in DEBT, okay? Or equity securities. Okay? Debt securities tulad ng bonds. Equity securities tulad ng stocks. Okay? Anong purpose kung bakit ka bumibili or nag-i-invest, nagkakaroon ng investment? of course, for profit generation purposes in short period of time. Kaya nga siya sinabing short term eh, no? Within 12 months, no? Kailangan mo na siyang bawiin or kailangan mo na siyang kunin ulit yung investment mo. Okay? Please off the microphone. May nagfi-feedback lang. Okay? Thank you. So, ang short-term investment, parang excess cash to, di ba? Wala kang magamit. Wala kang magamit sa excess cash na yan. No? Kasi, enough naman yung fund natin eh. May pambayad ng utang, di ba? Kumbaga may sobra kang cash. So, anong gagawin ng business? I-invest. Better i-invest sa short-term, better i-invest for short-term purposes, no? Then later on, kukunin ulit. So again, babalik ako dun sa sinabi ko kanina. Pwede daw i-invest sa bonds and pwedeng i-invest sa stocks. Okay? Sir, ano po ba yung bonds? Okay? Ano po yung bonds? B-O-N-D-S. Okay? Pag sinabi nating bonds, this is an instrument, okay, that results to a contract of debt or utang, kontrata ng utang. So si business dito, as the investor, nagsisilbing creditor in substance. Kasi pag bumili ka ng bonds, in effect, nagpapautang ka ng pera doon sa pinagbilhan mo ng bonds. Okay? Yung binilan mo ng bond, yung binilan mo ng bonds pwedeng corporation or pwedeng government. Okay? So, as the investor slash creditor, generally, you earned interest out of your investment in bonds. Okay? Now, doon naman tayo sa stocks. Kapag sinabi namang stocks, this is an instrument that results to a contract of ownership. Okay? Kanina, pag bonds, contract of debt. Ito naman, contract of ownership. Pag bumili ka kasi ng stocks ng isang corporation class, in essence, di ba? In essence, binibili mo yung alin?
Yung may parte ka dun sa business.
Yes,
Ganun.
yung some part of the business or the business itself. Binibili mo pag bumibili ka ng stocks ng isang corporation. Di ba? So, kanina, creditor ka lang. Ngayon, may-ari ka. Di ba? So, bilang may-ari, pwede kang makialam sa polisiya na pinatutupad ng corporation na pinagbilan mo ng stocks. Pwede kang bumoto kung sino man gusto mong iluklok sa pwesto bilang magmamanage ng corporation. No? Or bilang may-ari, di ba? May access ka to check in details ng mga records ng corporation na yon. Meron ka rin marireceive na tinatawag nating dividends income. Di ba? At kung ano-ano pa. Di ba? As if pamilya ang relationship. Di ba? Pero lahat ng yan, of course, in general, nakadepende sa dami ng stocks na binili mo doon sa corporation na yon. Okay? So, ano yan, may consideration tayo dapat na isaalang-alang dyan. Now, in order for you to gain from this kind of investment, definitely, you sell your stocks at a higher price than your purchase price. Tama? Ibebenta mo yan sa mas mataas na halaga ng pagkabili mo dyan sa stock na yan, ng corporation na yan. Tama? Sa bonds kasi class, less risky. Okay? Kasi normally, fix yung income na makukuha mo. Diba? Creditor ka eh. So parang automatic. Parang ikaw yung bangko. So may makukuha kang interest. Less risky. Diba? Pero fix. At least, meron. Unlike sa stocks, more risky naman to. Diba? Kasi normally, diba? Yung stock market price na tinatawag natin, volatile yan masyado. Magalaw. Diba? Walang kasiguraduhan kung kikita ka pag nag-invest ka sa stocks. Diba? Sometimes it gets it gets more experience bago mo makuha yung tamang tamang tawag nito, tamang atake diyan pag mag-invest ka ng stocks. Diba? Kaya nga applicable dito yung tinatawag nating the higher the risk, the higher the income. Diba? Kung papalarin, kikita ka ng mas malaki. Pero syempre, di ba, at the start, di ka naman bibili ng stocks ng isang corporation kung alam mong di yon kumikita o di mo nakikitang mag-grow in the future. Okay? So, okay na tayo dyan. Sa short-term investment, no? Pag sinabi natin short-term investment, again, this should be realized within 12 months. Kasi nga, short-term tayo, current assets tayo. Diba? Or 1 year. So, either investment yan in debt securities or equity securities. Tulad ng bonds and stocks respectively. Okay? Okay po? Now, we have accounts receivable. Okay? Naririnig pa po ako, class? Can you hear me?
Apo.
Okay. We have accounts receivable. So, what is accounts receivable? This is the receivable of the business to its customer for the service provided or for goods delivered to them. Diba? So, kung nakapag-provide si business kay customer ng service o na-deliver na ni business yung order na goods kay customer. Okay? Please off the mic. Dapat lang na magbayad na si customer. No? Now, kung hindi pa bayad, payable ni customer, receivable ni business. Di ba? Tama? And the right account title for that is what we call accounts receivable. Okay? Notes receivable, trade. Okay. Notes receivable muna ang i-define natin. Ito naman ay receivable ng business na merong kaakibat na promissory note. Diba? Kumbaga may kasulatan. Diba? Tama? Okay. Sir, ano naman ibig sabihin ng trade? Kasi notes receivable class can be either trade receivable or non-trade receivable. Okay? When we say trade receivable, it means that receivable arises due to selling of services or goods to its customer. Di ba? Kaya nagka-receivable daw kasi si business may na-provide na service o na-deliver na goods kay customer. Okay? While non-trade receivable, it means that receivable do not arise from ordinary course of business, which is to provide service or deliver goods. Diba? Nagka-receivable, hindi dahil may na-provide si business na service o na-deliver na goods kay customer. So, ano example nun, sir? Example, si business, nag-extend siya no, ng loan. No, nagpautang, sa madaling salita. Nagpautang si business kay customer niya. Walang involved na pag-provide ng service o pag-deliver ng goods sa customer. Basta nagpautang lang si business kay customer. So, may receivable si business. Tama? Tama? Sir, bakit papautangin ni business si customer? Maybe the reason the business is considering the relationship to its customers. Lalo na kung big customer yan or matagal na customer na yan sa business, tama? So kahit papaano may camaraderie ng involved. So binibuild lang ni business yung strong relationship niya sa customer nito. Okay? So kung hindi connected dun sa pagbenta ng service or ng goods ng business kaya nagkaroon siya ng receivable, ibig sabihin non-trade receivables na yon. Okay? Pag connected doon, ibig sabihin trade receivable. Okay? Maliwanag po ba yon? Maliwanag po? Hello?
Opo.
Okay. Take note class na kapag sinabi nating notes receivable, no? Trade, no? Classified as current assets 'yan, automatic. Okay? While if the notes receivable is non-trade, it can be classified as current assets or non-current assets. Depende if it is due and demandable within 12 months. So kung due 'yan, no? It will be collected within 12 months. Non-trade to non-trade receivable, current assets. Now, non-trade receivable pero can be collected more than 1 year or more than 12 months, classified as non-current assets. Okay? So, kailangan nandun pa rin yung pag-intindi natin what is current assets and what is non-current assets. Okay? So, ulitin ko lang. Accounts receivable, receivable by words to. Utang yan ng customer na nangakong babayaran si business sa pamamagitan ng salita lang. Notes receivable, utang to, no? Utang to ng customer or other person, other entity, okay? Na may written notes. Okay? Receivable with written notes, kumbaga. So, nangakong babayaran si business sa pamamagitan ng kasulatan or promissory note. Okay? So, okay tayo dyan. Next, accrued income. So, alam na natin to eh. We're done with this, right? So, income already earned but not yet collected. So, kung di pa collected, meaning receivables ng business. So, again, example nga niyan, interest receivable, commission receivable, rent receivable, and other receivables that is to be collected within 12 months. Okay? Liwanag po? Next is we have inventory class. So, of course, inventories, these are goods. Goods available for sale. For sale to its customer, syempre. Okay? So, it can be either by means of buying it from the others as is, or by means of producing the said goods or inventory. Okay? So, di muna natin yan i-discuss further. Saka na pag nasa merchandising na tayo or nasa manufacturing. Okay? So, we have next is prepaid expense. These are expense already paid but not yet incurred. Okay? Items na in the future makukonsumo mo pero bayad na agad. Example niyan, of course, prepaid supplies, prepaid insurance, prepaid rent, prepaid advertising, and others. Okay? Question po? Question po?
Wala po.
Okay. So far, naiintindihan po?
Opo.
Okay. So
Wala po.
next, gusto ko lang ipunto na when presenting the current assets in the statement of financial position, kailangan natin malaman or alam yung tinatawag nating liquidity. Nakikita po? Yung tinatawag nating liquidity. Ano ibig sabihin ng liquidity class? When we say liquidity, ano ibig sabihin yan? Any guess?
Kung gaano kabilis ipambili yung cash or yung current asset.
Okay. So, ano ko lang, linisin ko lang yung sinabi niya, no? Ito yung mga assets.
High volume of activity in the market.
Yes, pwede. Pero in terms of presenting the assets to statement of financial position, sinasabi natin na yung current assets daw dapat nakapresent according to its liquidity. Now, pag sinabi nating liquidity, it is the ability of the assets, current assets, to be converted into cash. Okay? So, ability ng assets na ma-convert into cash. So, yung most liquid, dapat siya yung una mong ipe-present. Okay? And have you noticed, the most liquid, di ba, sa current assets, ano?
Cash.
Cash. Kasi, di ba, hindi mo na kailangan convert yan sa cash dahil cash na yan. And therefore, yan ang most liquid na asset. Tama po?
Opo.
Then followed by, eto nga, short-term investment. Di ba? Kasi, kung iisipin mo, excess cash mo yan, no, na inilaan mo for short-term generation of income purposes. Tama? Then babalik lang din siya pag kinuha mo na. Di ba? Hinarvest mo na yung investment mo. Tama? Na-realize mo na, kumbaga. Di ba? So, that's why it is the second most liquid na asset. Then we have next is what we call receivables. Yung mga accounts receivable, notes receivables, and accrued income. These are receivables also. Sila yung next most liquid or next liquid na current assets. Bakit? Kasi 'di ba, before maging cash yan, you need one step. Itong mga accounts receivable, notes receivable, accrued income, before it will be converted into cash, you need one step. At ano yung step na yon? Paano magiging cash ang receivable? Tama, that's correct. Kolektahin mo, 'di ba? Before it became cash. Tama? So next is, have you noticed? Inventory. Bakit naman nasa ilalim siya ng receivable, sir? Kasi for inventory to be converted into cash, it involves two steps. Ano yung two steps na yun?
Kolekta.
Okay, una, benta mo muna yung inventories. Tama? Pangalawa, normally naman kasi pag nagbenta tayo, receivable pa natin yon kay customer, hindi pa yan magbabayad. So una, benta mo yung inventories. Pangalawa, since may receivable ka na dahil nakabenta ka na, kolektahin mo. Bago siya maging cash. Bago yung inventory maging cash. So that's why nasa ilalim siya ng mga receivables. Tama? Mas matagal siya bago maging cash. Exception, of course, yung prepaid expense. Kasi hindi mo naman yan kino-convert into cash. The purpose of prepaid expenses is for you to consume it. Di ba? Ginagamit mo yan for business operation. Tulad nga ng supplies. Okay tayo dyan. Okay tayo dyan? Is there any question? Okay, so tandaan yan. Liquidity again, it is the ability of the asset to be converted into cash. So example ng mga liquid assets, ito mga yan. Up to inventory. Okay? Next. So, we're done with example of current assets. How about non-current assets? Diba? Ito yung may example niyan. We have PPEs or property, plant, and equipment. Okay? Intangible assets and other non-current assets. Okay? Alam na natin tong property, plant, and equipment, right? So again, these are tangible. Okay? Tangible assets used for business operation. So pag sinabi natin tangible again, class, ano ibig sabihin nun?
Can be seen or can be touched.
Okay. May physical appearance. That's correct. May physical appearance. Tama? Nahahawakan natin. Diba? Nakikita natin. So, under nyan, of course, we have land, building, diba? Machines, computers, delivery equipment, and other equipment. Okay? As the case may be. Okay? So, we know that assets, again, under PPEs are used for the operation of the business. Ginagamit sa production ng goods kung manufacturing type. Yung business, tulad ng land, building, di ba? Na nagsisilbing factory facilities, di ba? O machineries, mismong nagpa-process ng mga raw materials para maging finished products or inventories, di ba? Mga delivery equipment, okay? Ito, di ba? Trucks, motorcycles, van, anything na pan-deliver ng products or pag-provide ng delivery service ng business. Tama? And other assets for ease and convenience of the business operation. Diba? Tulad ng furnitures and fixtures. Siyempre, kailangan mo ng upuan, lamesa, mga lateral cabinets para yung mga empleyado mo makapagtrabaho ng maayos. Diba? In effect, makakapag-provide din sila ng maayos na service sa customer mo kapag ganun. Tama? Tama po? Tama po?
Opo, tama
Okay.
po.
Opo.
So, kasama dyan, of course, yung mga photocopiers, printers, computers, laptop, diba? Aircon, anything that makes the work ease and convenient. Okay? So, again, PPEs are considered non-current asset. Bakit? Because these are good for use for several years, for number of years. Okay? Magagamit mo siya sa mahabang panahon. Okay? Kaya non-current assets yan. Now, okay na tayo dyan. May tinatawag tayong intangible assets. Okay? Ano naman to?
Intangible assets are assets that cannot be seen and touched.
Okay, kabaliktaran nung kanina. Without
Pro.
physical appearance. Hindi mo nakikita, hindi mo nahawakan. Pero again, ano to? Used for long term. Okay? Long term period of time. So, example of that, patent, copyright, trademark, and franchise. So, ilan lang to, no? Pero marami pa yan. So, just to give you idea, class. Patent, alam niyo yung patent? Class. Do you know that? What is patent? Any idea?
Hindi po.
Hindi. So,
Sa inventions.
that's correct. Yun yung keyword doon eh, inventions. So, kunyari, originally, okay, nakaimbento ka ng isang bagay na wala pang sino man ang nakakagawa. Ang gagawin mo, ipapatent mo yun. Okay? Patent is the right granted by the government to an inventor. Okay? To produce, use, or sell his invention for a specific period of time. Okay? Legally, class, yung patent, ano yan, good for 20 years yan. Then, pwede pang i-extend, no? Kung gusto. Okay? Siyempre, ganito kasi yan eh. Siyempre, gusto mong nasa'yo yung credit at control ng bagay na ikaw mismo ang nakaimbento. Di ba? Tama ba? Do you agree?
Yes.
Opo.
Tama. Now, kung sakaling may manggagaya niyan, no? May magpo-produce, may magbebenta, o gumamit without your permission. Kung nakapatent yan, pwede mong ireklamo. Di ba? Or just raise it with legal process. Tama? Kasi ikaw yan eh. Tapos biglang malalaman mo, meron na lang nagmamass produce or nagbebenta nang walang permission mo. Diba? So kung may original ka na naimbentong bagay, better to register it. Make it patented. Okay? Para sa'yo talaga yan. May control ka dyan. Okay? Okay? So kunwari may naimbento ka na cellphone, no? Na pwedeng maging plancha. Diba? Cellphone na pwedeng maging plancha. Okay? At the same time yon, ipapapatent mo yon, tama? Kasi wala pa nakakagawa ng ganun. Diba? Diba? Tama ba, class? Pwede ba yon?
Apo.
Cellphone,
Opo.
Pwede
in effect, plancha din. Diba? Posible ba yon?
pwede, sir.
Pwede. Pwede, di ba? Pwede yun. Nowadays, class, hindi na imposible yan. Okay? Dati, sino ba makakaisip na ang cellphone pwedeng lagyan ng features tulad ng camera? Di ba? Ewan ko kung inabutan nyo yun. Di ba? Akala ng karamihan dati, pang text at tawag lang yung cellphone. Tama? Di ba? Pero ngayon, hindi. Mga Android phones natin, tsaka smartphones natin, may camera ng magaganda ang kuha. Di ba? Tapos, may mga apps ka na pwede magamit dyan na mai-transact mo. 'Di ba? For the benefit of the business. 'Di ba? Kaya yun nga yung dahilan kung bakit nawala yung mga ibang camera shops, 'di ba? At kung bakit nawala rin yung limelight nung Nokia, 'di ba? Ewan ko kung alam niyo yung Nokia.
Apo.
Sila yung ano, parang
Indestructible.
nung panahon na na-introduce yung cellphone. Pero dati kasi akala nila pang text ang tawag lang ang cellphone, 'di ba? Eh, hindi nila na ano yun, hindi nila na nakita yon na pwede palang pagsanibin yung call and text plus cameras. 'Di ba? Nag-i-improve kumbaga. So nawala sa limelight yung Nokia. Buti na lang nabili ng Microsoft. So kahit pa paano nabuhay, 'di ba? So ang punto ko lang, pag may naimbento kang original, wala pang nakakaimbento kahit sino, ipapatent mo, 'di ba? Tama? So kung may makakaimbento sa inyo ng cellphone na may kasamang plansya, isa ako sa unang bibili. Okay? Isa ako sa unang bibili. Okay? Okay. Etong patent class, technology-based ano yan, intangible asset, as you notice. Based sa technology. Then we have copyright. Okay? So again, these are rights granted by the government to a composer. Okay? musical composer, artists, writers, or authors in order to publish, use, or sell his work. Diba? So kung may na-compose ka na original na kanta, may nagawa kang pambihirang paintings or sculptures, o kaya may nasulat kang libro tulad ng mga nobela, or mga simpleng literacy works, okay? Ipa-copyright mo in order for you to protect and maximize your benefits out of it. Tama? Ang copyright class medyo mahaba-haba ang lifetime nito, no? Habang buhay yung author or yung composer or yung artist, effective pa rin yung copyright, no? Siyempre dapat pina-register mo para effective 'yon. Then after nun, 50 years kung sakaling mamatay yung original composer, original author, 'di ba? 50 years, effective pa rin yung copyright para pa rin dun sa original na gumawa, 'di ba? Yun yung copyright. Okay? Copyright, so to add lang, copyright is more on artistic related intangible asset. Okay? Okay? Question? Wala po? Okay, medyo tumatagal tayo sa concepts, no? So bibilisan lang natin ng onte. Trademark. Trademark. Ano 'yan? Ano yung trademark na yan? What's that, class? Any idea? Nire-register din yan. Ano? Sige, ako na nga. This is a symbol, no? Sign or slogan used as the mark of the products or service of the company. Ito yung tinatawag nating brand name. Di ba? Di ba nga, minsan, yung logo pa lang, alam na natin kung anong brand or company yung tinutukoy, di ba? Pag nakita pa lang natin yung logo, uy, alam ko yan. Sa company ganito yan, di ba? Tama? Tama po? Do you agree?
Opo.
Okay.
Opo.
Di ba? Kunyari, pag may nakita kang logo na bubuyog, na nakangiti, na kulay pula, na chubby, anong company
Jollibee.
yon? Di ba? Jollibee?
Jollibee.
Tama? Kasi may trademark na eh. Di ba? May nakita kang logo na letter M na kulay dilaw. Anong company yon?
McDo.
McDo, di ba? Alam na natin. Di ba? Doon pa lang, kilala na agad yung company or yung brand. O kaya sa slogan, for example, slogan. Pag sinabing, we find ways, anong company yon?
BDO.
O, BDO, di ba? Alam na natin. Pag sinabing, let's make it happen or make the best happen, anong company yon? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. BPI yon, di ba? BPI. Tama? Let's make it happen. So, ang point ko lang, dun pa lang sa logo or slogan, nakikilala na yung company. So, kaya yan pinapa-trademark para i-claim na sa kanila lang yan. Okay? Yung logo na yan, yung slogan na yan, sa kanila lang yan. Walang pwedeng gumamit na iba. Kasi it bring benefits sa business kung may trademark na sila. Di ba? Tama? Agree, class?
Opo.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Opo.
Tsaka pansinin nyo, additional information lang din. Yung ibang name ng company or yung mga logo, no? Or yung mismong slogan, may nakasulat na maliit na R. Then naka-encircle siya. Mapapansin nyo yan.
Registered.
Okay? Example yung sa Jollibee. Check nyo, may makikita kayong R doon sa ibabaw ng huling letter E. Diba? Naka-encircle yon. That indicates registered yon. Or ibig sabihin, registered trademark na yon. Okay? Okay? Okay po? So, pag sinabi nating trademark class, normally ang lifetime yan, mga 10 years, subject for renewal. Okay? Pag trademark, market-related intangible asset yan. Okay? Now, last, franchise. So, ano tong franchise?
Pag, kunwari,
Right to operate.
Okay, sige. Kunyari, binibili mo yung right, no, na mag-establish ng business under other brands trademark or trade name. So may negosyo ka. Example, Jollibee. So si Jollibee, binibigyan ka ng karapatan na magnegosyo o magbenta ng products nila kapalit ng royalty fee or franchising fee na ibabayad mo sa kanila. Business mo yan. Pero, using the other company's trademark. Okay? May karapatan ka mag-business kasi nga, franchisee ka. Tapos si Jollibee, franchisor. Diba? Sir, bakit po may ganyang klaseng intangible asset? Ano bang advantage kapag may franchise class?
Maraming bibili. Ay, customer kasi kilala na yung brand.
That's correct. Yung product na binebenta mo, kilala na ng nakakarami. So in effect, madali na lang makabenta. Tama? Mas papatukin. Tama? Isang magandang halimbawa na nag-boom ang business dahil sa franchise ay yung potato corner. Okay? Mapapansin niyo yan. Potato corner yung nag-boom. So pag sinabi nating franchise, contract-based intangible asset yan. Okay? So bilisan na natin. Other non-current assets. So may mga other non-current assets tayo. Banggitin ko na lang. Tulad ng long-term investment. So ito yung opposite ng short-term kanina. Long-term refundable deposits o mga container deposits, then deferred tax asset. Okay? Others that can be or that cannot be classified as current assets, non-current assets yun. Okay? So, maliwanag po ba yun? Bibilisan na natin. Here, we have liabilities. Okay? So again, like the assets, liabilities have two subsection. Okay? When we present it in the report. Namely, first, we have current liabilities. Then the other one is, hindi na kailangang isipin kung current yung isa, the other one is non-current liabilities. Tama? So current liabilities, liabilities that are expected to be settled within 12 months. Okay? While non-current liabilities, these are liabilities that are not classified as current liabilities. So again, residual definition. Okay? So bisitahin lang natin ano may example ng mga current liabilities. We have accounts payable. Diba? This is the payable again of the business to its suppliers for the service goods received from them. Diba? So kung si business naka-receive kay supplier ng service o naka-receive ng goods from the supplier, dapat lang na magbayad na si business, di ba? Kung hindi pa bayad, receivable ni supplier. Ano ni business? Payable. And the right account title for that is what we call accounts payable. Okay? Notes payable naman, so payable again ng business, pero merong kasamang promissory note. Okay? So pwedeng trade yan and non-trade again. Okay? So pag sinabi nating trade, connected dun sa transaction na nagsusupply sa supplier ng service and goods kay business. Kaya siya nagkaroon ng utang. Now, kung hindi naman connected, di ba? For example, utang sa bangko, notes payable yon, non-trade. And normally, pag non-trade yan, classified as non-current liabilities. Okay? So, pag trade, automatic current liabilities yan. Okay? Accrued expense, of course, alam na natin yan. Expense already incurred but not yet paid. Example of that, salaries, rent payable, interest payable, tax payable, utilities payables, and others. Okay? Next, we have example of non-current liabilities. So, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, no? Basically, we have notes payable, non-trade. So, normally to due for more than 12 months. So, di ba, pag sinabi natin more than 12 months, classified as non-current na yon. Okay? Non-current liabilities. Ano pa example ng non-current liabilities? Mortgage payable. Ano to? Utang to na related sa ganito. May utang ka kay bangko, tama? Pero bago kanya pautangin, kailangan niya ng collateral. Lalo na kung ang inuutang mo malaking halaga. Di ba? Kung malaking halaga ang inuutang mo, kailangan niya ng collateral na assets na malaki din ang halaga. So karaniwan yan, yung mga kotse, mga bahay, mga lupa, di ba? So pag may ganung utang tayo at then may naka-collateral, so that's what we call mortgage. Bonds payable. Okay, hindi na natin explain yan. Deferred tax liability and other long-term payables are examples of non-current liabilities. Okay? Question po? Question po? Any question, class? Hello? Okay? So much for the concepts, no? Eto na. Let's go with the illustration. Yung paborito nyo. Correct? Paborito nyo po ba yon? Tama po ba? Favorite nyong gumawa ng statement of financial position. So, again, ito na naman tayo. The first question or the first thing you need to do when you prepare financial statements. So, specific tayo. When you prepare statement of financial position, ano una mong gagawin? You have to write the
Headings.
headings or yung tinatawag nating NARD. Tama? NARD.
Yes.
NA stands for
Yes,
name of
yan.
the company.
Company.
R stands for the report name.
Report name.
So, for instance, statement of financial position tayo. Then D stands for date covered. As of January 31, 2020. So, palakayan ko lang para makita nyo, class. So, you can appreciate it. Yun. Yan, nakikita na po. Medyo nakikita na po. Can you see it clear? Class?
Yes po.
Okay. So, have you noticed? Di ba pag statement of changes in owner's equity tsaka income statement, yung date ang nakalagay for the year ended, for the month ended, di ba? Pero pagdating sa balance sheet or statement of financial position, bakit ang nakalagay as of or simply the date? Anong difference nun? Bakit ganun? Kailangan maintindihan natin to, class. Why it is written as that?
Permanent.
Of course,
Doon lang
balance.
sa date. Doon lang sa petsa. Buwan na yun. Or
Okay?
Kung ano lang po yung mga
Valid.
nagamit, yung mga total na nagamit na balance ng
Pwede. So let me explain. So 'di ba pag income statement, statement of changes in owner's equity, particular period lang yung tinutukoy niya, 'di ba? Good for 1 month, good for 1 year, good for 1 quarter for example, 'di ba? Pero pag present mo yung mga information under statement of financial position, sinasabi mo as of date, as of now, as of ngayon, ito na yung balance ng mga asset, liabilities, and equity. Okay? Anong ibig sabihin nun, sir? Ibig sabihin, mula umpisa, nag-umpisa ang business, nag-start ng operation, kung magkano man yung cash nun, up to now, for example, sabihin natin, 5 years na in operation ng business, di ba? From the first year of operation, kung magkano man cash nun, nadagdagan, nabawasan, nadagdagan, nabawasan, nadagdagan na nabawasan, na hanggang maging 5th year operation na, magkano na lang balanse ng cash? Di ba? Hindi natin pinapakita kung ano yung nangyari sa cash. Ang pinapakita natin kung magkano na ngayon yung cash. From the start ng operation ng business. And the same applies with other balance sheet accounts. Accounts receivable, 'di ba? PPEs, accounts payable. Hindi kung ano yung nangyari lang for the period of January. Magkano na siya as of January? Consider mo pa yung mga previous periods. Nagigets po ba? Is that clear, class?
Yes po.
Okay. Hindi yung ano lang yung nangyari sa January, kundi ano na yung balance ng mga yan as of January. Accumulated, kumbaga, yung mga amounts na nandito na nakapresent. Clear po ba? Clear po ba?
Yes po.
And take note, permanent accounts yan. So, hindi siya nare-reset. Kumbaga, hindi another set of balance. Diba? Permanent accounts to. So, hindi to kino-close. As is yan, accumulated yan. Mula umpisa hanggang ngayon. Okay? So, again, another point. Ito yung kaninang binanggit natin. Okay na tayo dito sa headings. Another point is, when you prepare statement of financial position, is that total assets, tama ba? Should be equal to total liabilities and owner's equity. And as to our example, equal ba?
Yes.
Yes. Magkano total assets? 130.
1,107,000.
Magkano ang liabilities and owner's equity daw? 1,107,130 din. Same lang. Okay? So pag ganun, okay tayo. Okay, kindly turn off the mic. Yun. So pag ganun, kung balanse, okay tayo. Okay tayo sa statement of financial position or what we call balance sheet. Okay, pag balanse yan, okay tayo. Okay? So, tandaan din, syempre, kung ano yung mga current assets na dapat part ng current assets. Ano yung mga assets na part ng current assets? Ano yung mga assets na part ng non-current assets? Ano yung mga liabilities na part ng current liabilities? And ano yung mga liabilities na part ng non-current liabilities? Katulad ng binigay kong example kanina. Okay, so basically, yun lang yung mga dapat nating tatandaan when we prepare statement of financial position. Okay? Okay po? So now, okay, let's move to another illustration. So remember, basic computer shop. Ito din yung previous example natin. Okay? Ano ang requirement daw? From this information, what is the total current assets to be reported? That's the first requirement. Number 2, how much is the total non-current assets to be reported? Number 3, how much is the total current liabilities to be reported? Number 4, how much is the total non-current liabilities to be reported? And number 5, prepare statement of financial position. So unahin muna natin yung number 1. Can you tell me how much is the total current assets? So, pag yan ang tanong, isipin mo na yung mga current assets na example natin kanina. How much is the total current assets? Bago tayo mag-prepare ng statement of financial position. Based on the information provided. Magkano? Any guess? Ano-ano lang ba dyan yung mga current assets?
160,000.
100?
60,000.
160,000 lang ba?
215,000.
288,000.
288.
88.
288.
228.
Okay. Yung isa naman, 228. So, the correct answer is, let's see. Yun. 228,000. Diba? Ano ba example ng mga current assets kanina? We have cash. So, kasama ang cash. Ito, 160,000 per our illustration. Accounts receivable, 55,000. Kasama yan. Supplies or yung mga prepaid expenses, di ba? Example yan, supplies. Example yan, supplies. So kasama siya, 13,000. If you sum up, 228,000. Meron pa ba doon mga current assets? Wala na eh. After this, puro. Anyway. Next, the next question is, how much is the total non-current assets naman to be reported? Okay? Take note of this class, no? Kapag ang tanong is to be reported, no? Iko-consider mong ibawas yung mga tinatawag nating contra assets. Okay? If you are being questioned, how much is the assets to be reported? Ibig sabihin, kung meron mang dapat ibawas diyan. 'Di ba? Sa asset na 'yan, yung mga contra assets kung kailangan ibawas mo. And then that's the answer. Pag may ano tayo, may tanong tayo na ganun. Magkano ang assets to be reported ganito? Kasi 'di ba, ang objective natin when we prepare financial statement or when we present it, kung magkano na, yung relevant, yung reliable. Siyempre i-present mo kung ano na talaga yung realizable value niya or ano naman talaga yung carrying value niya as of now, 'di ba? So magkano for number 2? How much is the total non-current assets?
298,000 po.
298,000. Any other answer? Any other answer? Siyempre, titignan mo na diyan yung mga example natin kanina na non-current assets, di ba? Tignan mo na diyan. Pero take note, since to be reported yan, papakita mo dapat net na. Net of what? Net ng mga contra assets na connected sa kanya. Di ba? Magkano? Other answer?
304,000.
300?
311.
311, 354,000. Any other answer?
323,000.
323,000. Okay, let's see. So again, ano lang ba dito yung mga non-current assets? Ito, computer equipment, di ba? Tama? Tsaka itong furnitures and fixtures. Wala nang iba pa. Pero take note, kailangan nating ibawas yung mga contra assets related to it. Tulad nitong accumulated depreciation, equipment or computer equipment. Babawas natin yan doon sa cost ng computer equipment to get the book value or carrying value. The same with the accumulated depreciation ng furnitures, ibabawas mo din. So, eto yan. You have 310,000 less the accumulated depreciation ng computer, 62,000. And that is 248,000. Tama po? Pag niles po ba, yan ba ang lalabas? Tama. Okay? Now, you have furnitures and fixtures, 75,000 less the accumulated depreciation na 25,000. Magkano ang neto niya? 50,000. Okay? So, the total non-current assets will be 298,000. Okay? Narinig ko yata yung kanina may
Ba't mo
sumagot.
kasi inaano na, ito bilhin niya, ayun ganun.
Okay? Please turn off the mic. Okay? So, okay po ba yon? Nakuha yon? Anyway. So, next. How much is the total current liabilities naman?
46.
Magkano?
46.
46,000. Any other answer? How about the others? Are you computing? Compute nyo yan.
46, dalawa lang.
Okay, 46,000. That's correct. We have accounts payable and salaries payable. So, accounts payable, okay tayo dyan. Salaries payable, ito yung accrued expenses na example natin. Total current liabilities, 46,000. Okay yan. Next, how much daw is the total non-current liabilities?
0.
Meron ba?
Wala. 0 po.
Wala.
Wala po.
None. There is no non-current liabilities. Again, kung wala namang kung wala naman yung asset na yan or liability na yan, zero siya. Kumbaga, or sabihin natin wala pa talaga, wala pa as of now. Do you need to present it as zero sa financial statement or statement of financial position specifically? Sabihin natin, may accounts receivable ka. That's given. During the period naka-kolekta ka, then ang balance ng accounts receivable mo, nag-zero. At the time you will present it in the financial statements, zero na. Question, do you need to present that accounts receivable in the report?
Yes, sir.
Hindi na. Wala ngang amount chain. It involves zero balance. What is the essence of presenting it as zero? Diba? Wala naman siyang amount na involved. Diba? Hindi siya makakaapekto sa desisyon ng business, sa desisyon ng mga users na gagamit nun. So kung zero naman ang balance, wag mo na i-present sa financial statements. Okay? Pero case-to-case basis yan. Ang ibig ko sabihin, pwede yang i-include sa notes to financial statements. If you remember, that's one of the components of complete set of financial statements. So pwede siyang doon mag-appear. Okay? Pero kung ganun, isa pa exception. For example, comparative yung pinapakita mong figures. For example, previous year, then current year. So, nung nakaraang taon, zero siya, pero this time may balance siya. So, doon, that's instance, may ipapakita mo yung may zero balance, then yung isa, may balance. Pero kung one period lang ang pinapakita mo, no? Current year lang, kung wala namang amount na involved, wag mo na ipakita. Okay? Okay po? That's why when we prepare financial statements, statement of financial position, ganito yung tsura niya. So we have the name of the company, the name of the report, and the period covered as of December 31, 2020. As you notice, current assets muna, di ba? Match tayo doon kanina, sabi natin 228,000. Sa non-current assets, match din tayo, as we said it, 298,000. Total assets niyan, magkano? 526,000. Tama po ba? If you add it, 526 ba? Okay. Now, pagdating sa liabilities and owner's equity.
Yes po.
Okay. Pagdating sa liabilities and owner's equity, you have total current liabilities na 46,000. Okay? So, sinulat natin. Non-current liabilities, meron ba? Wala, di ba? Pero pinakita ba natin? Hindi rin, di ba? So, yun yung sinasabi natin. Kung wala naman, di ba? Ano implication pa niyan sa report? Huwag mo na ipakita. Pero may mga exception, tulad ng sinabi ko kanina. So, number one, if you present a comparative period. So, kung may balance yung isang period, dun sa isang period, wala, ipapakita mo pa rin dun sa isang period na may zero balance siya. So, kung current lang pinapakita mo at wala naman siyang amount na involved, not included in the report. So, kaya wala tayong sinulat dito na non-current liability tapos zero. Wag na. Wag nang gagawin yan. Okay? So, owner's equity, legend capital, 480,000. Hindi na natin pinakita kung paano kinumpute kasi before, previously, for our previous discussion, nakuha na natin to eh. Kasi same example tayo. Nakuha na natin yan. And that's correct, 480,000. If you add it with the current liabilities, total will be 526,000. Balance tayo. Okay? Tama po? Tama po?
Tama po.
Opo.
Okay. So,
Opo.
now, that's the end of our discussion. Any question? Do you have any
Wala
question?
po.
Okay? So, again, yun lang naman ang secret doon. You need to be familiarized kung ano yung mga current assets, non-current assets, current liabilities, non-current liabilities. Equity, hindi mo na kailangan isipin yan kasi if you're done with preparing the statement of changes in owner's equity, whatever is the balance, you will copy it and paste it in the statement of financial position. Yun lang din yun. Parehas lang din yun. Di ba? So, problemahin mo na lang pagdating sa balance sheet. Yung mga current assets, non-current assets, current liabilities, and non-current liabilities, kung ano-ano yun. And take note, na kapag gumawa ka ng statement of financial position or tinatawag nating balance sheet, the total assets should be equal with the total liabilities and equity. So, yun ang tatandaan mo. Okay? Pagdating sa statement of financial position. And isa pa, munti ka na natin makalimutan, yung date nga. Okay? The way we write the date covered here is not for the year, for the month, for the quarter ended. Hindi tayo specific kasi ang pinapakita natin dito is yung accumulative amount ng mga information. So better write it as of, 'di ba? Or simply kung January yan, ending January, January 31. Kung ending February, February 31. Diba? So, ganun siya. Okay? Any question?
Wala po.
Okay? If you are shy, no, just write it in the chat box.
Wala po.
Okay. Clear po ba? Clear?
Clear na clear, sir.
Okay. So, kung wala, tanong, ako may tanong. Okay, again. So, ano lang to Pag nakita si Palay, kilala na si Palay? Kilala
Opo.
na ano itsura ni si Palay?
Ayun po, nasa taas.
Hindi si Palay ito. Yung icon na cute, di ba? Yung may sombrero din. Tama, mamaya makikita nyo. So, kapag nakita nyo siya, ibig sabihin, you need to answer the question first. No? And correct. You need to answer it correctly. At dapat una kang makasagot. So, write the answer in the chat box. Kasi, kapag nagawa mo yon, you will win or you will get a giveaway of load. Okay? So, for theory question, 50 pesos load. For computational question, 100 pesos. So, pang online class lang din, class, no? So, okay? So, this time, wala naman siya. Hindi natin nakikita si Sipalay. So, walang pressure. Let's answer. In relation to liquidity, correct order to present current assets is alin dyan?
C.
Letter?
C.
C po.
If you remember the presentation kanina ng mga current assets. Letter? Very good. Very good mga
C.
bata. Letter C. Cash muna, then short-term investment, then accounts receivable, then inventories. Okay? Eto na. So ito, sigurado na to. Paunahan. Wala magsasalita. Just write your answer in the chat box. Okay? So, here, if you answer it correctly, para dun sa mauuna, you will win 50 peso load. Okay? Here we go. So, if you have your answer, write it in the chat box. Statement 1. Question muna. Which statement is correct? Statement 1, accounting equation is also called as the balance sheet equation. That is why when preparing statement of financial position, total assets must be equal to total liabilities and equity. Statement 2, intangible assets are example of current assets. So what is the correct answer? Meron na bang sumagot? Meron na?
Meron na po.
Okay, let's see kung sino nanalo. By the way, what is the correct answer?
A.
A. Only statement
Letter A
1
po.
is correct. Yung 2, mali yun kasi intangible assets are classified as non-current assets. So the correct answer is A. Let's see who got it correctly. Yung una na nakatama. Okay. Okay. Mukhang may nakita na ako. So, tama ba? Correct me if I'm wrong, no? Si Alinor Maitum.
Tama po.
Okay. So, Alinor Maitum, congratulations. You will receive a 50 peso load as giveaway. Okay. So, in order to get that, kindly send us message in our FB. Okay? So, Alinor, congrats. So, message na lang kami ha. Next! Ito, computation. Ako na magsasabi. This review question, you need to answer 2 questions. Pero each question, you need to give 2 answers. So, for first question, 2 answers ang ibibigay mo. Sa second question, 2 answers din. Okay? So, sa una muna nang nating itatanong is yung first question. Yung munang kailangan nyo sagutin. Okay? If you answer it correctly, para dun sa mga una makakasagot, you will get 100 peso load. Okay? Doon naman sa second question, ganun din. If you answer it correctly, 100 peso load ulit. So parang 200 peso load tong review question na susunod. Okay? So, here we go. So the first question, solve muna natin. You solve first the total current and the total non-current assets. So yun muna. Okay? Pag-compute kung magkano ang total current and total non-current assets. So dapat dalawa yung isasagot mo para ma-consider na tama. That is for question number 1. So yan muna. Let's see. Take note, to be reported. So dapat you consider the contra assets as deduction. Okay? So sulat nyo, current assets, yung amount. Then non-current assets, yung amount din. Pag-isahin nyo ng message, of course. Nakikita ba? Lakihan ko ha. Yan. First question muna. How much is the total current and total non-current assets to be reported? So again, dalawa dapat ang sagot niyo dyan for question number 1. Okay? Is there any answer? May sagot na po ba sa chat box? Yung first question muna. Is there already answers? May sagot na po ba? Just let me know, no, before I go with the Google Meet screen. Question number 1 only, ha? So if you notice, no, hindi yan straightforward na trial balance. Medyo labu-labu siya. You just have to check it. Okay na po? Mukhang walang makakasagot yata, ah. Just let me know if there's already answers. Okay na? Tingnan natin, ha? Okay, may mga sumagot na. So, balik ko lang. Okay. Let's see. Tingnan ko muna kung may nakatama before I said it okay. Okay. May nakatama naman, no? Pero let's see kung sino una nakatama. Yun. The correct answer for current assets is 110,500. And the correct answer for non-current asset is 720,000. Non-current assets yun. So, the one who got it correctly is Marguk Sneak daw. Marguk Sneak daw, congratulations. Just give us a message, personal message, for you to claim the 100 peso load. Okay? Message mo lang kami. Okay? Sir, paano nakuha yun? O, di, computein natin. Let's compute. So, ano lang natin. Okay. Sorry, nag-hang siya. Okay, computein natin. So, you have current assets first, no? So, alam naman natin na may cash yan. Alam naman natin, accounts receivable, current asset din yan. Correct? Then, ano pa? Hanapin natin. Commission receivable, kasama din yan. So, accrued income yan eh. Tama? Let's write the amount. So, magkano daw yung cash? So, you have 76, 25, then 8,000. 76, 25, then 8,000. Ano pa? Meron pa ba? Okay, service income, hindi. Commission income, hindi. Cars, hindi rin yan. Kasi non-current yan. Mga payable naman to. So, wala yan. Expenses to. Okay, teka lang. Okay. Ito naman, mga expenses. So, wala yan. Prepaid supplies. Expenses ba yan? Expenses ba yan? Class? Prepaid supplies?
Hindi po.
Hindi. Asset yan, di ba? Prepayments yan or prepaid expenses yan. So, kasama siya. So, we write it also here as part of the current assets. Magkano daw yon? 1.5. Meron pa ba? Wala na. Other accrued expense? Hindi. Owner's equity, owner's drawing? Hindi. So, the total current assets, total current assets is amounting to, magkano daw? Sabi niya kanina, 110,500. So, that's correct. 110,500. Okay? How about the total non-current assets? Okay? So, kung mapapansin nyo, isa lang ang non-current asset dito, di ba? And that is car or cars. Tama? And since we will present it in the report, we will present it with its net amount or carrying value. So, 800,000, the amount of the cars, less the accumulated depreciation, yung contra asset niya. And that will answer our question, how much is the total non-current assets to be reported? So, we have here cars, then less accumulated depreciation niya. So, we have 800,000 here. Tama? Less 80,000. So, compute lang natin. Total non-current assets is amounting to 800 minus 80,000, 720,000. So, that's the correct answer. So, okay po ba? Nakuha po ba yon? Clear po ba yon?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next. Okay, this time answered number 2 requirement. Current and non-current liabilities. So, go. Tingnan ko lang ha. So, go. May sumagot na. Anyway, dito muna tayo. Magkano? May nakita na akong sumagot eh. And I don't know if that's correct. Let's see. How much is the current liabilities and the total non-current liabilities? to be reported. Okay? May nakita ng tama yata, I think. Let's see. Okay. Balik tayo dito. Okay. Yun. The correct answer is current liabilities is 16,200 and non-current liabilities is 600,000. So, ang nakakuha ng tamang sagot si John Paul de la Mines. Congratulations. Meron kang giveaway na 100 peso load. Okay? So, tama din si Alenor Maytum. Siya yung kanina, di ba? Kaya lang naunahan siya ni John Paul. Tama din yung sagot. Okay? So, congratulations for the three of you. Si John Paul. Sining isa kanina? Sorry. Margox. Tama. And then si Alenor. Please message us so you can claim your giveaways. Okay? Okay po? So, okay tayo dyan. Okay. Okay na tayo dyan. And last, eto. Kung magagawa nyo yung balance sheet nito or statement of financial position, mamimigay ako ng 500 peso load. Kaya lang, maubos ang oras natin. So, hindi na lang. Tama? Huwag na lang. Okay? So, for this last review question, ako ang sasagot. Okay? Palakayan ko lang. Just for you to appreciate. By the way, nakalimutan lang natin ipakita kung paano nakuha yung current liabilities and non-current liabilities. So, balik lang tayo din sa computation. Pakita lang natin. So, you have current liabilities. Balik tayo doon. Ano lang naman dito ang current liabilities? Of course, accounts payable. Given na yan, di ba? Meron pa ba? Meron pa. Kasi nga, ang correct answer is 16,200. Ano yung isa pa? Ito, accrued expenses na 1,200. Accrued expense is a liability account. Tama? So, sulat lang natin. So, nakalimutan natin yan. No? Accounts payable. Then we have other accrued expense, which is a liability account. Okay? So, we have 15,000 here. Then we have 1,200 here. Tama? Wala nang iba pa. Yan lang. So, the answer will be 16,200. Total current liabilities is 16,200. Double rule. Okay? Now, total non-current liabilities. Ito lang, mortgage payable. Diba? Take note, ang mortgage payable connected yan sa mga assets na pinang-collateral. And that assets is normally mga land, building, di ba? Mga real properties. Non-current yun. So, yung connected payable niya, non-current din dapat ang classification. Non-current liabilities to be specific. So, mortgage payable, 600,000. So, that's the total non-current liabilities. Wala na siyang ibang kasama. So, hindi na natin kailangan ipakita na total non-current liabilities. So, yan na yun. 600,000. Okay? So, back on the last problem. Okay. May papatulong ako sa inyo. So, help me to get current assets, non-current assets, current liabilities, and non-current liabilities for this illustration. Pwede ba? Pwede ba niyo akong tulungan? Sir, wala naman pong giveaway. So, kayo na lang. Okay? Ikaw na lang, sir. Sige, ako na lang. Hindi, kayo ba? Can you help me? Can you help me, class?
Sige po.
Yes
Ah,
po.
hindi ko kasi alam to eh. Oo, hindi ko na siya alam. Hindi ko na siya alam. Tinuturo ko tas hindi ko alam. Okay? Anyway, just help me lang para at least engaging pa rin yung discussion. So first, how much is the current asset?
650.
650. Okay. How about the non-current assets?
$1,720,000.
1,700,000.
1,708,000.
708. Okay. 708 talaga?
Ay, hindi pa yun. 700.
1,700,000 lang.
700.
Okay. So, current liability, how much? Meron ba? May current liability ba?
50,000 po.
Okay. How about non-current liability? Meron ba?
1,500,000.
Yung notes payable due in 5 years. Yun lang ba?
Opo.
Okay. So, equity, to get the equity class, syempre, kukumpitin mo tong mga, kukumpitin mo whether it is net income or net loss. Diba? If you remember our discussion. So, kunin mo lang yung mga income accounts, i-offset mo sa mga expense accounts. That's how you arrive to net income kung mas mataas ang income. Net loss kung mas mataas ang expenses. Tama? Then to further get the equity balance or ending capital balance, you add the beginning balance of the capital. So, i-add mo 'yon dun sa net income or net loss, ibawas mo. Then, bawas mo din yung drawings. That's how you get the equity. Okay? So, hindi ko na iko-computing yun, no? Kasi alam na natin yun. That's why what I ask is to get only the current and non-current assets and the current and non-current liabilities. Okay? So, the requirement is to prepare statement of financial position. So, yun ang gagawin lang natin. Okay? So, papakita ko. Okay. Here tayo. When you prepare, tama? When you prepare statement of financial position or any other financial statements, hindi dapat mawala ang tinatawag nating ano dapat na nakasulat first? The NARD or the headings. First in the line is the name of the company. At ang name ng company natin, Car Rents for Rent Enterprise. The Cars for Rent Enterprise. Okay? So yan yung ilalagay natin first in the headings. Click tayo. Okay, yan. Sulat natin. The Cars for Rent Enterprise. Tama? Next is the report name, which is Statement of Financial Position or balance sheet. Pwede rin, isulat mo. So, for this case, Statement of Financial Position tayo. Okay? Then, the date covered. Okay? Ang presented na values dito or amount is good for 1 year kasi December 31, 2020. It appears, no? And from the expenses provided, mukhang good for 1 year yan. So, ang lalagay natin, as of December 31, 2020. So, pinapakita natin yung as of the moment na balance nila. Okay? So, first, we will write the asset muna. And again, sa asset, we have current assets, then non-current assets. So, sulat muna natin, current assets. Okay? Ano-ano mga kasama niyan? Tama? Punta tayo doon. Alam naman natin na may cash daw, Then may accounts receivable. The rest, wala na. Wala nang current assets based on the problem. So write it. Cash. Magkano? Yun nga, yung sinabi doon kanina. 400,000. Okay? Then we have accounts receivable. Magkano? We have 250,000 based on the problem. Tama? So, meron pa ba? Meron pa ba after nyan? Wala na. So, total current assets, tulad ng sinabi ng sumagot kanina, is 650,000. Ito. So, draw a horizontal line para alam nating may ginawa tayong addition or we perform computing, no? Computation. Okay na tayo dyan. Next, after nyan, sulat natin non-current assets. Tama? And based on the problem, it appears na dalawa lang ang non-current assets natin. Cars and furnitures and fixtures. Pero take note, since we will present it in the report, present it at the net amount. So, paano natin gagawin yon? Pakita natin. Sulat natin. Sulat na rin natin yung amount. Okay? So, we have cars. 1,800,000 less its respective accumulated depreciation. Yun. 180,000. If we deduct it from 1,800,000, you will arrive at 1,620,000. That is the carrying value of the car or the book value of the car. Okay? Then another non-current assets, we have furnitures and fixtures amounting to, magkano daw yung amount niya? 100,000, tama? Then less its respective accumulated depreciation. 20,000. That's how you arrive with its book value or carrying value na 80,000. So, carrying value ng cars, carrying value ng furnitures, i-add natin. Yan lang naman ang non-current assets. So, the total of that will be 1,700,000. So, if you will be asked how much the total assets, add the two. 650,000 and the 1,700,000. Total assets is amounting to 2,350,000. So, we double rule. Okay? Let's hope na dapat ang total assets ang total assets and equity ay equal dito sa amount na to. Okay? Hindi pala let's hope. It should be. It must be. Okay? So, liabilities and equity. Yan. Sulat natin, current assets. May current assets ba dito? Current liabilities. May current liabilities ba? Meron, sir. Nag-iisa lang. Accounts payable na 50,000. Sulat natin. So, 50,000. Yun. Accounts payable. Wala nang iba pa. So, no need to present the total current liabilities dito sa baba. Katulad nito kasi class, kung mapapansin nyo, no, dalawa kasi yung current assets. That's why we add additional line item for total current assets. So, kaya may total pa tayong nilagay. Pero since isa lang naman yung current liability natin, hindi na natin kailangan isulat yung total current liability. We don't need to write that. Okay? Just directly write the accounts payable, then proceed it with the amount. Sulat mo nang agad. Okay? Then, sa non-current liabilities, meron notes payable. Ito, due in 5 years. Bakit? Kasi di ba pag non-current liabilities, expected yan to be settled within or more than 1 year or more than 12 months. So, pasok na pasok to. Kasi due siya in 5 years. So, sulat natin yan as part of non-current liabilities. So, 1,500,000. No need to write the total non-current liabilities kasi isa lang naman siya. Tama? Now, we have owner's equity. So, if we will compute or follow the computation of getting the equity balance, ending capital balance, you have the beginning plus net income plus additional investment less drawings. You have the ending capital balance. And sige, pakita natin to appreciate it, class. Pakita lang natin. Nakita na eh. Anyway. Pakita lang natin, no? So, we have 800,000. Isa-isahin lang natin. Car rental. Una muna, kumpitin natin yung net income. Tama ba? You have car rental na 800,000. Less mo yung mga expenses. By the way, may mga other income ba tayo? Wala na. Yung nag-iisa lang na car rental. The rest, puro expenses na. So, direct charges, salaries. Sulat natin. You have 240, gas and oil 60, 72. Okay, tanda muna natin, no? 240, 60, 72. 62. So, this is direct charges, gas, and oil. Tapos ito, direct charges, repairs and maintenance. Repairs and maintenance. Then we have direct charges, depreciation. Direct charges, depreciation ng car. Tama? Magkano daw yon? Ito, 180,000. 180,000. Take note that it is a deduction. So, don't forget that. Pakita lang natin na deduction siya. Okay? Then we have tax, license, advertising, insurance, utilities. Tax, advertising, insurance, utilities. Tapos we have depreciation ng furnitures and fixtures naman. So, sulat natin. 24, 48, 36, 50, 20. 24, 48. Tama ba ako? 24, 48, 36, 24, 48, 36, 50. 50, 20 ba? 50, 50, and then 20. Tama? So, net income ba lalabas? Yes, sir. Kasi, mas malaki ang total income kesa sa total expenses. So, the net income will be yun, 70,000. Nakaya natin. Okay? So, yan na ba yung equity balance? Hindi pa. Net income pa lang yan. Okay? So, to compute the equity balance, okay, again, you have the beginning capital. Okay? Beginning capital. Add the net income. So, for this case, net income tayo, di ba? Then, less drawings. You have the ending capital. Okay? So, sulat lang natin. Per our problem, ang owner's capital daw, 750,000. Assuming that will be the beginning capital. Sulat natin, 750,000. Para ma-appreciate ng iba. Okay? So, add net income. Ito na yun, di ba? Kukopay lang natin, 70,000. Pag pinag-plus mo ang beginning capital and the net income, you will arrive at magkano ang total? 820,000. Less drawings. Meron ba? Meron, sir. Ito, owner drawing 20,000. So, less mo yan. 20,000. So, the answer, the ending capital will be 800,000. So, sa balance sheet natin, dapat yan ang isusulat natin. Okay? So, here, you will write owner's equity, capital balance is 800,000. Tama po? To compute the total liabilities and equity balance, it should be equal to 2,350,000. So, double rule. Teka. Double rule natin kasi nag-balance tayo. Okay? Any question? Do you have any question, class? Did you get this, class? Did you get it? Any question? Wala po?
Wala po.
Okay. Clear po ba? Clear? Medyo ano lang, medyo matrabaho lang
Medyo masakit sa ulo.
medyo matrabaho lang when you do the preparation of financial statements class. No? So again, to summarize, una, you need to understand or you need to know ano yung mga current assets, current liabilities, non-current assets, non-current liabilities. Okay? Equity is just ano lang, copy-paste. Kasi kung nagawa mo na yung statement of owner's equity, copy-paste mo lang yun papuntang balance sheet or statement of financial position. Okay? So, kung balance ang balance sheet mo, okay ka dun. Then, don't forget that the manner of writing the date covered in a statement of financial position is as of, di ba? Or simply write the period, December 31, 2020, for example. Hindi na for the month, hindi na for the year, hindi specific. Kasi nga, ang pinapakita natin sa balance sheet or statement of financial position is the cumulative amount that we arrive or that we get from adding the balances in the first year of operation ng business up to now rather. Okay? So, if there's no question, medyo napahabangan na natin discussion. So, that's it, class. Thank you for participating. By the way, do you have any question nga? Do you have any question? Do you have any question, class? So, kung wala, I think that's it. Thank you for participating. By the way, dun sa mga nakasagot ng tama, again, message us in our Facebook. Okay? So, muli, thank you, class. And see you tomorrow for the last topic, statement of cash flow. Promise ko,
Thank you po.
mas madali ito sa statement of financial position. Walang kahirap-hirap. Okay? Walang kahirap-hirap. Anyway, ang ano lang naman sa financial statements, masyado matrabaho. Okay? Pero the concept behind of preparing it, madali lang. Okay? So, salamat po and see you tomorrow. I hope nandun pa kayo. So, thank you and goodbye.